So here's the three-eyed atlas, the blue star kachina from Hopi prophecy of the time of purification. I'm your host, Jedi Hill. This is my partner Anna. It's 11:11.
Hello, guys.
So before we get into that, I'll let my honey tell about the adventures we've had the last day or two without telling you where we were.
Well, we went to Marina and we were at dock and kind of got shallow there, so we didn't realize how shallow it was there.
It was supposed
And
to be deep water, 8 feet.
yes, so I'm going on a hike after getting done with chores, and it's also dark, so I picked up a flashlight and with the flashlight, going on the boat. And I see the boat was lifted out of the water like this much. As you can see where the water line, the water line, and that's how we measure it. So she was literally sitting on the keel, being lifted up,
No.
and
Being lifted out of the water. The water just drained away from the boat.
okay,
Sticking us in the mud.
something like that. So, and I was looking at the boat, and I looked at the rudder, which is in the back of the after the boat, and I see some, and
She calls me
of
over.
course, I looked at it over.
I'm not happy because that means we can't leave.
That's right, it's a safety issue. Luckily, some contractors certified in diving, and we got them in the water. Well, some of them were on dock, and the other guy was diving. And it took a little bit much longer than wanted, but they were able to.
And they had a newer diver because, like, the main guy who ran the business had recently had surgery on his neck. Ricky, you can relate to this one.
Ricky's here.
I don't know if he's here, but no, we can watch it later. The guy just had a bunch of plates put in his neck like less than 2 weeks ago well, not 2 weeks ago on October 6th. So he's not allowed to jump in the water yet. So they had to bring in somebody that he hadn't had dive with him that supposedly had dive experience. So things took longer than it should have.
Mhm.
But thank you, Lord, we got it all fixed.
We got it all fixed, so we're good to go. And we're back on the way.
Yep. And bonus points, let me give you a little view around here. Bonus, if you can guess where we're at, and we finally got the sails up. We got a day where it wasn't, a nor'easter or no wind. Like we had been in this like horrible situation, or we're going through channels and stuff that you don't have room to sail.
Yes, we said.
It's so nice to turn off that engine and actually hopefully you can all hear me today.
Yes.
And if you haven't signed up already, make sure you sign up for the Freedom Flotilla Festival. We're excited. So the 3I-atlas is very unique. There is no way it's a normal comet. Math doesn't math. Physics don't work. Okay, there are so many different anomalies from the sun speed being higher than predicted. The second anomaly, like being within 5 degrees of the ecliptic plane. So, y'all think stars and things are everywhere, and all the stars are. The planets are on a fairly flat plane with the sun in the middle spinning around as it's going through the galaxy spinning around.
Yeah.
It has had other anomalies, it's had weird outgases with cyanide and just the pace and timing. It was like exact Fibonacci sequences, things that were releasing chemicals that are only found in industrial that we don't find naturally on Earth, so it's confusing. Then the tail is another one. It had an anti-tail. So with the solar wind, it's blowing against the comet, and so the sun's here, the comets here, the tail would normally go away from the sun. Well, this one's going towards the sun, which shouldn't be possible, at least in normal conditions. So there's another. Then we have that it is some of the composition we're showing from the spectrometers, high concentrations of pure nickel without iron. And again, something that doesn't happen in nature. So, like, you just stack on anomaly after anomaly after anomaly after anomaly. You are in the, like, 1 in a trillion chance statistical odds that it's actually a naturally occurring object. If you find other things going off of it, we will find more because the quote comet is just getting to the point where we can't see it around the sun. It's going to have the perimeter, and it would just take a little, like if this was a ship, it would just take a little bit of thrust right behind the sun to do a maneuver in slingshot and change the trajectory so it will be coming closer to Earth. Wink, wink. So there's that. And what the hell does this have to do with our festival? Well, got any thoughts on that one though before we go into it?
Yes. But I don't want to say no.
Possession. It's part of that. It's also with the Hopi prophecy. You see the blue and then red star. They're just talking about weather updates. Okay.
Weather.
I had to make sure it wasn't anything for us before I turned it down. So there's something called the Hopi Prophecy Rock. Look it up on YouTube. You can find some of the elders talking about it, going to it. They even have the man in the red hat in the prophecy referring to Trump. They talk about the First and Second World Wars, planes, and all this stuff from like thousands of years ago. This is an ancient rock that the Hopi have used and told stories. And at some point, you have, to give you a visual, I wish I wasn't on my phone so I could like pull it up on the computer and show you guys, and I might share a picture later. So the prophecy, you have a line going through history, and you have like these big dots for like World War I, World War II, and then you start to see the line split, and you have one side staying flat. You've got crops and happy people, those of us who maintain our connection to nature and spirit. And then you have the other people who degrade into debauchery. So look at your LGBTQ, your pedophiles, your George Soros, your evil elites and things like that, that have lost their connection to spirit. And humanity is actually splitting into two species. I feel bad for who got the jab. You can to purify from that, get as much sunlight as you can. We know that helps. But it's more about those who remain pure of heart, who be as a child, be in the world and not of it, as Jesus taught. That really get to make a difference. We have 5 people live. Make sure you, come say hi in the comments. Let us know you're here. I'm just rambling on here.
Oh, you're giving great information, Jeff.
Okay, are we still there? Technical difficulties. Hopefully we're still here. Looks like we're still alive. Okay, 57 now. So yeah, make sure y'all put in comments, say hi, and let us know if you knew where we're at, what river we're on. I'll give you a hint. It runs to DC and the Chesapeake.
Yes.
So bonus points for who gets that. So back to the Hopi Prophecy Rock. This is something I have learned since I was a child being native. And we've known this was coming for many years. It's really cool getting to see prophecy do what we've talked about. It gives credence to people like Edgar Cayce and things like that, where Atlantis will rise again. That's why we're literally building New Atlantis brick by brick. That is the new world that we're building, and that's why we're doing the Freedom Flotilla Festival. And make sure you sign up for it if you haven't. It's free.
Yes, it's free.
Find the free Freedom Flotilla Festival on our banners. What was Mahoney saying about the?
Well, because
talking about military people.
We've been meeting a lot of military, ex-military people, and they're looking at us, great freedom. That was freedom free. We usually fight for it, right? And then we just say it's free admission.
Yeah, free admission.
It's free admission. That's why we go to freedom.
So it's a fun gathering, and the way it's looking is the government shutdown isn't going to end until after Christmas, which will enable us to drastically reduce the national debt, and we might even be able to save America. Fingers crossed, y'all. It's a slim chance. We have maybe a 10% chance of the United States government existing 20 years from now. It's where it's at now. Not very good odds. Hopefully we can build better. That's where the New Atlantis with the Constitution, with the Bill of Rights and Responsibilities, as well as the citizen contract will come into play. Wow, 62, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Oh yeah, you're talking about hot topic. I mean, like, what is Atlas? Everyone wants to know about Atlas.
Yeah, there's
something approaching the Earth.
There is no way it's a comet. What was your guess of what 3I-atlas was?
I believe and I feel this of the aliens of light for the existence.
And what was her name?
Aliens. I might be wrong, but that's my feeling. We shall see. And we'll see. I know these are the aliens that are coming to us, and some people might not like that, and other people will like, depending on what, are you evil or are you light? So time will tell.
And that's where it's the time of purification and the Hopi. Like, you have two groups of people. Those who maintain their connection to the land and spirit and nature. We will survive. We will continue on after the reset. But the dark ones are going to get eliminated. So humanity is reset and we get a chance to come into the next stage. We are given, each of you are given the opportunity in your heart of hearts to purify and go with Creator, resonate with the planet and rise higher, or be burned away during the micronova and the flooding afterwards. And we're going to do as much as we can with building New Atlantis to preserve humanity. As we hit the peak of the pole shift in the micronova, that's going to be my Black Sun of 2042 book that'll be coming out next year.
Yes, so we have to pause on that.
Yeah, I didn't realize quite how hard sailing down the coast would really be. I'm still working on writing, but we've had other projects mixing in as well. So.
But let us know what is your research in terms of Atlas? What did you find out? What have you been hearing? What information you'll be able to dig out so far maybe you're a psychic and maybe you have some prediction or a vision that you saw. We would love to know all of that. Maybe you can message us privately or publicly, whatever you choose to do.
Yeah, either one. Send me a message, reach out, you got my phone number, give me a call. We'll have a fun conversation on 3I-atlas. We've seen 3I-atlas speak up, slow down, change direction. And, you try to brush it off. It's like, oh, it broke off a chunk of rock. And people trying to sell.
I know, right? I mean, I would love to actually maybe even sail one to advertise that. Okay, so that's a different topic.
That's another day. We have this beautiful driftwood, and we're drifting along, not ourselves. We only have the mainsail and the mizzenmast up, and we're still doing about 4.2 knots. We're heading east. I could kick up the head stick, probably kick back up around 7, but we're we're still on the video with you all here, so we will do that afterwards to get a little more speed. I'm just grateful. Getting moving and yeah, we're healing about 10 degrees.
Yeah.
So back to the Hopi prophecies, the blue star kachina. And you look at the Hopi prophecy rock, and y'all can Google this stuff and look into it. Make sure you listen to the elders, not the Europeans trying to talk about it, or you're going to miss a lot of it. Go for the original videos from like the 70s, 80s, and 90s. That they're a little hard to hear in places, but you'll get to see an idea of what's coming. You know, this is where building, you know, close knit small communities, loved ones like all caught and a few other places. They're the ones who are going to make it through, coming together as people. You have to stop being selfish. You have to, you know, help your fellow man. And we are going into our job. I just make it in case. So just one step at a time. And what side is the divider you going to be on during the purification? Is it really coming in, or is it changing the spiritual and holographic universe? Go, we're feeling 15 now. So, all the sounds. The wind started kicking up on us. So, let me give it a little bit of turn. We'll try and do some other video on the 3I-atlas later. But right now, slow down a bit. See, hopefully you can all hear us a little bit better there now, Sammy. One, two, can be in there too loud.
Yes, my love.
Rotate yours that way. There you go. So,
You also need to get on the camera.
of course, this is my star of the show, like Vanna White. If y'all remember what TV series and game show that's from with Vanna White. Oh, I thought that's the only hint you're getting. Put it in the comments. I want to hear. Hopefully, you got it. Hopefully, you got better. I changed direction a little bit. Yeah, Sammy says better now, but we'll give it time till they think that's the win.
Yes, the wind is kicking up and taking us actually to the land.
It's like a mile away. We're only moving at 4 knots.
I know.
I got like 15 minutes till I got to turn.
It'll change.
Is it a sign of the time of purification and humanity gets to rise up and get to enter the stars? You know, first we go to the sea with New Atlantis and then the stars, and humanity can finally join our place in the galactic brotherhood. Like, we've been reset 4 times that they admit to for the Hopi. This is the 5th world.
Okay.
Hold on. A little too far. Boom switched over. This is why we just got the 2 booms. At least you can still drive her like a car until we get the other sails on.
Yes.
There she goes back the other way. There we go. So yeah, it's the Hopi prophecies. You know, we have the people who are going to come back to the land. We can utilize the good technology to transform. Like, you'll see things like cubes of energy using radioactive diamonds or 0-point energy and all kinds of fun things for technology that's been suppressed over the last 100 years. And you know, are governments like the United States going to have transparency and survive, or are they going to get wiped out in the purification? Because only the pure heart is going to make it through what's coming.
All right.
So It's a Jedi and Anna signing off.
Peace.
And if you want to hear more about fun topics like this, let us know. And we're like 58 days till the Freedom Flotilla Festival in Key West. So come on down, have a blast. I'm going to pull out our other sails so we can get moving before the storms get here.
South instead of the middle direction. Yes.
There you go. Have fun, y'all.